Some big breaking news. I hope you guys can hear me. We got some big breaking news right now coming out of the House, coming out of Congress, and it's official. A lot of Democrats have been pushing against this. You guys won't even believe the Democrats. All of the Democrats voted against what just came out, which is just absolutely insane. Tulsi Gabbard also drops a bombshell on Fox News we got to be talking about, but it's official. Told you guys it's not going to be pretty. A lot of people are not going to like, how long things may take to come out. But this is a huge step because now Democrats are panicking because Trump is it's official, ladies and gentlemen. So let's read it out loud. Breaking: the House just voted to pass the budget resolution backed by President Trump, which will include $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, such as no taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. The final vote will be 217-216, but we got an update here. The update is very simple. All House Democrats voted against proposals to eliminate taxes on tip and overtime pay and taxes on Social Security. So it's a huge deal because this is what Democrats have been talking about. Democrats have been telling you, Trump supporters, oh, but I thought you voted for no taxes on tip, but I thought you voted for no taxes on overtime. Well, that's not how it worked. Here it is. Here's the bill proposal, and all Democrats voted against you, hardworking American patriots that love America, that work here, that raise your family here. You guys will now reap the benefits of voting for Donald J. Trump with no taxes on your tips, no taxes on your on your Social Security, and no taxes on your overtime. Again, all Democrats voted against this bill. That should let you know a lot. So make sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I got quite a show for you guys, but I had to lead off with this news because it is huge. Again, a lot of people don't even understand how this stuff works. Let me just play this video for you guys so that way you guys understand where we're coming from. Because again, people are trying to blame Donald Trump for inflation. They're trying to blame, especially this person right here, who is JoJo from Jersey. I don't know if you guys know who this girl is, but she is a raging Democrat from New Jersey that blames Trump for everything. Take a listen.
Yeah, the facts about eggs and protein inflation, gas and rental housing inflation have nothing to do with Trump. He's only been there for 6 weeks. The reason we still have inflation over 3%, which is 33% higher than the Fed's target of 2%, and why they won't be cutting rates again this year, is because we did 4 massive multi-trillion-dollar packages during Biden's administration, including the Inflation Act, the CHIPS Act, the Infrastructure Act, and much of that money is still sloshing around the economy. This was printing money and pouring it out of a helicopter onto the economy. We probably spent
Kevin, inflation was lowering. It was lowering at the end of Biden's term. It was not increasing. It is going up now. You're telling me that those things that were in place before inflation was going down, Kevin. I don't need to be an economic expert.
Jojo, for somebody who hates interrupting, you interrupt a lot. Why don't you let Kevin finish?
Listen, you can't.
I do apologize. I just want to correct
you're
some
still
things
interrupting.
that he said.
Let Kevin finish.
Look, Jojo, let me
your rules.
this.
But you didn't stop the other.
She's trying to correct an economist that knows more than her. This is the problem with the left today. This is the problem, guys. She's clueless. She has no idea what she's talking about. Trying to blame. Guys, Trump has been in office for literally 2 days compared to Joe Biden and the Biden administration, and they're already trying to blame everything on him. They're trying to blame things, and they're trying to brainwash people until we are supposed to believe that everything is Donald Trump's fault. Again, all Democrats voted against the bill. Again, just to show you guys, a $4.5 trillion in tax cuts that will include no taxes on tip, overtime, and Social Security. It's finally happening, but according to Democrats, they don't want that. Why? Because it makes Trump look good. It makes Trump look good. Democrats also know that if the Doge refund package goes through and people get back $5,000 of their hard-earned money that was wasted in the government, it's over. These people might never win an election again. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many people like that girl, like the girl JoJo, do you guys deal with on your daily basis? You guys deal with these people? Like, how many people do you know with TDS like this in real life? Again, smash the like button. We should have over 1,000 likes, by the way. It feels good to be here with you guys tonight. Again, this is what we got to deal with. But I do have a huge announcement that it was breaking news. I'd rather break it here with you. Apparently, Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, just fired every NSA employee. Well, I'll let her break it to you. This is huge news. Take a listen.
Thank you, Jesse. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Not so good to see some of these transgender sex chats among the intel officials. What are we going to do about that?
Well, Jesse, what we're going to do has already been done. There are over 100 people from across the intelligence community that contributed to and participated in this, what is really just an egregious violation of trust. What to speak of like basic rules and standards around professionalism. I put out a directive today that they all will be terminated and their security clearances will be revoked. But the thing here, Jesse, is that we got to take a step back because this is just barely scratching the surface. When you see what these people were saying, and thanks to Chris Rufo for putting it all out online, they were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really horrific behavior. And they were brazen in doing this because when was the last time anyone was really held accountable? Certainly not over the last 4 years, certainly not over the last 10, maybe 20 years. When we look at some of the biggest violations of the American people's trust in the intelligence community. So today's action in holding these individuals accountable is just the beginning of what we're seeing across the Trump administration, which is carrying out the mandate the American people gave him. Clean house, root out that rot.
This is huge. She just fired every NSA employee that participated in the creepy group chat, over 100 people. She's not messing around. I don't know if you guys know about the group chat, but ladies and gentlemen, it's been a lot of stuff going on with the NSA. And of course, DNI is responsible. She's responsible for firing these people. So we are living probably in the golden age of, we also got Dan Bongino and Kash Patel working hand in hand. That's also big news that I can't wait for that stuff to come out. One thing I'm worried about is the Epstein list still has not come out. Apparently, this is what I heard. Let's go Epstein list update because we've been waiting for this to come out. So the Epstein list it's in the hands of the DOJ right now. But apparently the FBI is deleting, like, I don't know what's going on. A whistleblower. I don't know if this is, again, I'm not sure what's going on, but I've heard this. Maybe you guys have heard this too. But apparently a whistleblower has exposed that the FBI has begun permanently erasing files that may be connected to Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein files. Where are the Epstein files? Pam Bondi, stop delaying. So a lot of people are calling on Pam Bondi to not delay any further, and let's just go. Let's just go and let's release these files, because the people that have been there for years are probably trying to do stuff when it comes to the files. Again, not sure what's going on there, but that's the huge talk of the town. We need to release these files like now, immediately, tomorrow, today. All right, another video that has gone viral. Anybody know Eric Swalwell? This video has so many views. Again, smash the like button. Let me know where you guys are watching from as well. Thank you guys for being here. We got a big video that went viral. Eric Swalwell, exclusive. Eric Swalwell panics when he is asked about the Chinese spy girlfriend, Fang Fang, and whether that's bigger, if that's a bigger national security threat than Elon Musk. Obviously, everybody knows that these people have been melting down over Elon Musk being a national security threat, right? Fang Fang, you guys know about this. I know you guys know about this. So apparently he was confronted about that today because, again, all the Democrats want you to do is believe that Donald Trump is a threat and Elon Musk is an even bigger threat. And then he got confronted, and here's how that went down.
So, Congressman, you referred to Elon Musk as a fascist at some point and alluded to him being a national security threat. Do you see that more of a national security threat, you sleeping with a Chinese spy, than transparency in the federal government? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? What's Fang Fang think of that?
What are you doing? This is ridiculous.
I mean, what's fascistic about exposing government corruption? I mean, I know you're just at dinner now with a bunch of lobbyists. You know, they're buying you a bunch of booze, and you know that's awfully nice. I know you were talking about, you know, maybe finding somebody else because you only like to fuck people that are tens. I just heard that one too. So what do you think about that? Do you want to comment on any of it? Elon Musk is a national security threat, but you sleeping with a Chinese spy is not. Is that correct? You don't want to comment on that at all? Looks like guilty as charged.
Yo, that's crazy, man. That was Nick Swarter. Nick Swarter has been hitting the streets a lot. That was a wild video, man. That was a wild video. Speaking of more wild videos to come, I do have to show you this one. This one is crazy. All right, anybody know Pramila Jayapal? I call it PayPal. Apparently, I want you guys to help me out with this. I really do. I need your help with this. I really need your help with this, right? I want you guys to tell me what you hear here. Like, I feel like we're living in the craziest time of our lives. I feel like we all probably agree with this. I want you guys to just tell me what exactly do you hear? Is she begging for, what is she begging for here? I'm going to go with the S word, SLA, starts slave. I think she's begging for that. Take a listen.
And their distractions. We can't let them deport the millions of families across this country who have been doing the work that keeps our economy going every day. We can't let them scapegoat and criminalize immigrants who contribute, who are our neighbors, our friends, our churchgoers, our community around us that we deeply love. Immigrants are us. Immigrants are us, and we all deserve respect and dignity. If you look at the food that's on your table, think about who picked it. If you look at your homes and their distractions,
I'm sorry, what? Hey, man. Who picked the food? Yo, what is this? That's not crazy to say. Like, that's not wild to like just put out there like, hey, we got to keep these people here. Who picked the food? That, yo, that's like that girl that said, who's going to clean your toilets now? Donald Trump. Like, that's not, am I the only one that sees this? Like, this is not crazy to you? I know we got some Democrats in the chat, but like, come on now. Who picked, like, the last sentence is just flat out like crazy.
immigrants are us, and we all deserve respect and dignity. If you look at the food that's on your table, think about who picked it. If you look at your homes and their distractions.
Amen. Amen. I don't know, but you called me crazy, but I know that that's something straight out of a movie. You guys, like, that's some Django stuff right there, if you know what I mean. I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to get banned by YouTube, but bro, that sounds absolutely nuts. Like, come on now, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy to say. That's like, yo, that's the only reason they're good. The only reason we got to keep them. She sounds like a corporation. Again, we know that corporations have a problem of paying migrants under the table that are not here legally because it's better for their corporations. We know corporate greed exists. We know crony capitalism exists, but we have a congresswoman telling you that we need them. Who is she? So she sounds like she's campaigning for the billionaires that want to keep these people here because it's easier for them and easier for the corporations. But if you look at the coincidence here, maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe I'm just flat out just calling something out. What does it say in the back? Somebody read that sign for me. Read it out loud at home. I'm going to hear you. That says, tax the greedy billionaires. I swear, I swear. Listen, I know. We have people in the back, white liberals, by the way. Just follow me here. We got white liberals in the back saying tax the greedy billionaires. Then we have a congresswoman begging and telling you that the people that build your homes, the people that pick your food crops, they need to stay here for that reason. Well, who's going to benefit from them staying here illegally? Again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you know where I'm going with this. We have white liberals in the back. I swear they have no idea what's going on most of the time. I really don't think so. These are the same people that cheered for us to be taxed just to cross into a certain part of New York City. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm correct. All right, we got one more announcement here that I want to share with you guys. Apparently, shout out to Caroline Levette. She's my age. I think I'm older than her now. My birthday just passed. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, by the way, this month. She made a huge announcement. I thought this is huge. So apparently, they kicked out the White House Correspondents Association. She did that today. Take a listen to this.
As you all know, for decades, a group of DC-based journalists, the White House Correspondents Association, has long dictated which journalists get to ask questions of the President of the United States in these most intimate spaces. Not anymore. I am proud to announce that we are going to give the power back to the people who read your papers, who watch your television shows, and who listen to your radio stations. Moving forward, the White House press pool will be determined by the White House press team. Legacy outlets who have participated in the press pool for decades will still be allowed to join, fear not, but we will also be offering the privilege to well-deserving outlets who have never been allowed to share in this awesome responsibility. Just like we added a new media seat in this briefing room, legacy media outlets who have been here for years will still participate in the pool, but new voices are going to be welcomed in as well. As part of these changes, we will continue the rotation amongst the 5 major television networks to ensure the president's remarks are heard far and wide around this world. We will add additional streaming services which reach different audiences than traditional cable and broadcast. This is the ever-changing landscape of the media in the United States today. We will continue to rotate a print pooler who has the great responsibility of quickly transcribing the president's remarks and disseminating them to the rest of the world. And we will add outlets to the print pool rotation who have long been denied the privilege to partake in this experience, but are committed to covering this White House beat. We will continue to rotate a radio pooler and add other radio hosts who have been denied access, especially local radio hosts who serve as the heartbeat of our country.
Man, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? This is huge. I mean, things are changing pretty fast. So you're giving access to people who have been denied access this whole time. I mean, this is pretty big. I mean, what we're doing right now, what we're watching is the total dissemination of what the government was, what the government has become, what the government had become. It just became literally a mafia of powerful individuals filled with lobbyists. Now, we still have that problem. That problem's not going to go away tomorrow. We know that. But it's a problem that's head on. We're getting a lot of announcements that just seem that we're headed in the right direction. Now, a lot of people think that we're not. A lot of people are scared of watching the mainstream media. And the mainstream media will make you think that things are they're not going well. Again, thank you so much for becoming a member, Katarina. Appreciate you. Again, we just got huge news about the $4 trillion in tax cuts, right? That we're going to have no taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. When these things go into effect, you will see the results. Again, we're only 1 month in. 1 month in. We're all going to be, basically judging this for what it is. But this is the announcement that come on. We know we've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. It's finally happening. I can't wait to see it finally go down so that way we could talk about it and we could see exactly how people are acting over it. Also, we have firings of IRS agents. We have IRS agents scrambling and looking for work now. It's a good thing. I think that's a great thing because I think we're headed down the right path. And I think a lot of seeds are being planted for the next 4 years. Again, it's going to get ugly before it gets beautiful, right? It's going to get ugly before it gets beautiful. Trust me. I know it. I feel it. I see it. And don't jump ship, but don't panic. Just keep and maintain faith that everything's going to be all right. And I believe that things are going to be all right. But again, I could be wrong and things go to hell. And I was wrong. This is it, right? We could be wrong and things just don't go well. Again, that's also a possibility. I'm not going to rule that out. But if we're being real, this is what I voted for. I voted for no tax, no tips. I voted for a cleanup of the immigration system. I voted for all of this because I see a greater path for America with that being the case. Now, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with that I always put out there. Thank you so much. For only 5 weeks. Exactly. I think this is the best comment possible. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yo, and no taxes. What about property taxes? These are things that are in the conversations with the Trump administration. That's a great sign. It's very scary to people to think about these things. Trust me. Thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate it. You guys are being very kind. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. But these are things that are in the conversations. Every time I turn around, I hear my liberal friends. I have a lot of liberal friends, by the way, guys. They tell me, oh, you're just dismantling a system that works. And you're trying to create it. Yes. And things are going to get very ugly. We know that in order for the muscle to grow, you have to break it down. We know that in order for you to get strong, you have to work out. What's working out? Working out is pain. You got to go through the pain. You got to go through the process. Things are probably going to get pretty ugly. They're going to get very cloudy because you're breaking down a system that for them worked, but not really for the American people. So if you're trying to work and make something work for the American people, which is what I see happening, it's not going to be beautiful all the time, especially at the beginning. So people have to understand that. I have to understand that. You know, stock market isn't doing well. Crypto isn't doing well right now. But again, how do you look at it? Do you look at it as, oh my God, we're crashing. I'm going to sell everything and I'm going to panic. Or are you looking at it as, this is a great buying opportunity because we're rebuilding something? Those are the people that are going to benefit on this. People that buy the fear. When you buy into the fear in the stock market and in crypto, you end up winning because by the time things go back, listen to me on what I'm saying here. I hope you are. Maybe I'm spitting, maybe I'm not spitting facts here. But when you buy the fear of the market, by the time things go up and things start to go up and things start to look good and the stocks are going up, crypto's going, the XRP is hitting the moon, Bitcoin's back to 110,000, people are going to FOMO into the market. And by the time those people come in, because they start believing all of a sudden, you already selling. You already made your profit. You know, so that's my way of looking at it. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Homan. Hulk Homan. That's funny. I like that. You know, that's a great nickname, man. Hulk Homan. Yeah. So it's a light at the end of the tunnel. This depends on how you look at it. But this is a great step in the right direction. It's assuring that this is what the people voted for. Again, it takes time. We're only 1 month in. People are trying to grade Donald Trump because this is what Democrats want to do. Pay attention to the Democrats, man. This is their whole game plan is pretty much trying to frame this in a burning accident. Like they're trying to, oh, you guys are going to crash and burn. You guys are going to crash and burn. And people start to buy that narrative. It's not true. All right. So thank you for your $2 donation. I appreciate it. Let me see. Before I get up out of here, I want to see if there's any breaking news that I want to break for you guys before I get up out of here. See what else is out there. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, please do me a favor, smash the like button. Okay, this happened today. Before I get up out of here, let me play this video about Trump.
Give me all of them. Look. See that? Trump was right about everything. It just came in. Somebody said, I said, this was sent in by a fan. I said, I think we should make some of them, right? But we were pretty much. You want one?
I'll pass.
Are you allowed to take one? Because he'll consider it. I know him well. He's sort of a stiff. Yeah, Brian, you're not a stiff. You're sort of a stiff guy. You know? He'll take other things, but not a free hand.
Always say yes to the president. Always say yes to the president.
Would anybody like one? Give me all.
All right, that was a funny video that somebody shared. Okay, so let me read this real quick. Rambo, thug life, truly humble under God life. That's what thug means, right? You guys know that, right? Thug means truly humble under God. I could be wrong, though. All right, Medicaid cut is going to put my son into an institution. He's a young man with autism. I feel Trump lied to us. Trump hoodwinked the majority of Americans to feed the billionaires. Wake up, buddy. What? Trump is going to cut Medicaid cut. He's not cutting Medicaid. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Who have you been listening to? Trump Medicaid cut. Medicaid ain't getting cut. Show me where Trump said Medicaid is getting cut. He literally has said previous times that he's not getting cut. That Medicaid or Medicare is not getting cut. This is happening a lot to a lot of people, I got to say. Let me see. He literally said he wasn't going to cut Medicaid, right? I'm going to see if I can find it because I could have sworn that let's just make sure before we leave out of here, let's just make sure we get some clarification for this person. Let's go to Medicaid. Medicaid cut. Let's go see what we find here. All right, let's see.
Seek to cut $880 billion, and in it, they seek to cut $880 billion from Medicaid.
Here's the thing. What he just said is true. And if all we knew about it was that they wanted to cut $880 billion, that would be worrying. Thankfully, that's not all we know about it, because the Republicans actually gave a breakdown of exactly where they want to make those cuts. And whether you're a Republican or even a Democrat, I'm willing to bet you'll agree with most of these. First of all, just to be clear, this is $880 billion over 10 years. $880 billion is like total savings through the next decade. Now, what cuts are they looking to make? The first one is to limit federal health program eligibility based on citizenship status. That's projected to save the American taxpayers $35 billion. Now, putting this very simply, this just means illegal immigrants can't use Medicaid. That one's like fucking duh, right? Second one, eliminate Medicare coverage of bad debt. This is projected to save $42 billion. Now, what is bad debt? So the easiest way to explain bad debt is, let's just imagine you had private health insurance. You go in and you have a procedure done and your private health insurance company pays the money they're supposed to pay. But then you decide not to pay the small remaining amount you're supposed to. That is referred to as bad debt. Now, if you have private health insurance, your private health insurance company won't pay the hospital that bad debt. Like, you got to pay your small portion. However, if you have Medicaid or Medicare, the other American taxpayers who are paying for you to have that Medicaid, Medicare, they'll pay 65% of that. But what hospitals do is they make those fees higher for Medicare and Medicaid so that they can cover the losses they don't get from private health insurers. And then the taxpayers cover the vast majority of that. All this does is make us more in line with private health insurance, so hospitals lose that ability to overcharge us. Again, something I think both Democrats and Republicans can agree is a good thing to get rid of. Now, the third one is Medicare site neutrality. This is projected to save $146 billion. This one is really easy. This would get rid of hospitals' ability to charge Medicaid and Medicare patients more than they charge private health insurers. That's it. That's all that is. Because right now, hospitals negotiate with private insurers about their price, and they charge Medicare and Medicaid patients significantly more for the same procedure. This says you don't get to do that anymore. And so, that's just the first three. And in that first three would technically be a $223 billion cut. But whether you're Republican or Democrat, I think we can all agree those first three we're good with. But if I were to say to you, we're going to cut Medicaid by $223 billion, like if the media came on and said, Republicans want to cut $223 billion from Medicaid, you would be alarmed. But you stop being alarmed and you start being informed. There's plenty more cuts they're going to make that make sense to everyone. Like, I could go through all of these cuts. And if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments. Because these fucking cuts make sense. And they make sense whether you're a Republican.
That's info. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I mean, if you say it's going to affect you in a bad way, I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for it. We'll see. We'll see. Again, not. Mr. Super Chat. I missed the Super Chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lionheart. I got it up there. Thank you, Lionheart. I appreciate your Super Chat, man. Yeah. So again, I see a lot of people. There was a girl that she was like, "Oh, we're legal." She hit me up. She sent me money. Maybe she's on this live. She sent me money, and she was like, "Hey, I'm very worried about going outside because I think that ICE is gonna come and get us." And I'm like, "Well, look, if you have nothing to worry about, then you shouldn't worry about it." It's like these things. Like, again, this is the power of the media, right? It's like they will make you feel Like, you need to be at fear for your life. You have to be running for your life. I see people constantly doing this, and I think that they have the upper hand when they do it because people actually believe it, and which takes away from like the beautiful process that is an administration. So again, I'm not here praising Trump and all of this. I'm here because I know what I voted for, and I know that there's a vision behind what we all voted for, and I want to see it come to light. And if it doesn't come to light, I'll be the first one to tell you, no, we're headed in the wrong direction. I'll be the first one to tell you. But it's like, bro, like I don't like, that's fear mongering. It's crazy because it really works on people. It really does. Yeah, if they cut Medicaid, bro, yes, that's true. If they start to move in this direction, yeah, I'll be the first one to tell you these people are bugging the hell out. Again, like, I'm not here, like, bro, I'm here. We're here because we are American citizens that we get to vote. We love America, and we'll judge on what it is that we voted for. If things start to go sideways, we'll be the first ones to judge. All right, guys. Well, I love you. I don't know how many likes we got, but if we could get over 2,300 likes right now, that'll be nice. If you could smash the like button, that would be nice. And I would truly, truly appreciate you guys for doing that. Again, more information about this administration coming up in later videos. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Again, big announcements being made. How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about all of this? Make sure to comment down below. I appreciate you guys.